Because Malcolm Turnbull hasn't changed. Malcolm Turnbull is exactly the same person that he always was. He's not like the two Julias, he's the same Malcolm, and he's the Malcolm that we all love. I mean, he's the guy who, of course, has successfully built up his own company. He's the guy who has been a strong contributor in the cabinet, and he's the man who will lead the nation to ensure that we will have jobs and growth in this country, that we will have an optimistic future, because we know that 25 years of uninterrupted economic growth doesn't just happen by accident. You need to make active choices. Critical thing here is that we actually need to grow the pie. I mean, Adam wants to redistribute the pie into ever more smaller slices. We actually want to grow the pie. We want to grow the economy. We want to create more jobs. We want to give people an incentive to work, to invest in their businesses and to employ people and create better lives for themselves. That is what our plan is all about. I'm also the Small Business Minister. We have got a company tax cut for small businesses with a turnover of between $2 million and $10 million. Now, you might say, well, that's terrible, but it's not, because what it does is it creates more jobs. It will mean that those businesses can reinvest and employ more people. It will grow our economy. Now, I have sat down with small business because I'm the Small Business Minister and I've talked to them. One of the cafe owners I spoke to the other day has got a turnover of just over $2 million. As a result of our change, our tax cut on the 1st of July of this year, he will have access to the instant asset write-off, which means he can invest in his business. A $6,000 toaster, which means he can get more customers through his business on a Saturday when there's a bottleneck, more customers through his business, because toast is that bottleneck that he needs to clear in order to get more people in. He's going to derive more revenue, and he's told me that he is going to put more people on. I mean, this is the result of the changes we are making. It will affect people's lives in a very positive way.
Kelly O'Dwyer, just a quick answer on the question about the money flowing from the high-end super into property and fuelling the boom even further.
Well, I think Innes is right. You can't make that extrapolation.
Would it be a good thing or a bad thing from your point of view if it did? Because you want housing prices to go up, don't you?
Well, no. I mean,
no, you don't?
That's. I mean, I'm not sure, Tony, what you're getting at there, other than to say.
Well, it's a simple question. Do you want housing prices to go up or not?
So let me respond to the question that's actually been put, because I think Tony, it's a serious question and actually deserves a serious response rather than sort of a flippant aside. I don't accept the premise of your question that these changes are retrospective. These changes will apply from the 1st of July 2017, where people, less than 1% of the population with super funds who've got more than 1.6 million in their superannuation will have a transfer ceiling on what can be put into their retirement income account.